Hi, my name's Ashley Duffy. Welcome to the thesis interview with Sydney Uni. Unfortunately, Piyusha's overseas on a business trip, so we're going to be talking over Skype. Take a second to introduce yourself, Piyusha.
My name is Piyusha and thank you for hearing my thesis proposal today. I've chosen the topic of gender equality in the workplace, and more specifically quotas and how they'll either help or hinder the gender difference in particular professions.
Great, welcome, Piyusha. Before we can continue, can you just give us a bit of background about quotas in the workforce, just to help us contextualise the historical development?
Well, quotas in the workforce could only come about due to women's rights movement of the 20th century, where it began to be seen as a norm for women to enter the workforce rather than perpetuating the stereotype of the stay-at-home wife. While participation in the workforce is still not equal in general terms across all aspects of the workforce, it is still climbing since empirical data collection started in the 1970s.
Well, the historical build-up is all well and good, but how does the historical context have repercussions on the modern-day westernised appropriation of the workforce?
Well, that's simple. With an increased participation in the workforce and equal right to representation in all manners of jobs, women should be at the same level as men in terms of pay and job distribution. But time and time again, this is not true, as shown by empirical data released year after year.
Okay, so what we've heard is that what you're trying to research are quotas in the workforce. Can you see any possible problems with the research of this topic?
Well, while the topic to study is an interesting one, it is also an incredibly difficult topic to comprehensively research. Whilst a company in Tokyo may have a set of ethics or a particular type of ethos they like to foster, a company, for example, in New York, may be completely different. It is not so much a problem with subjective analysis, but rather the overwhelming global cultural difference. It must also be remembered that in some sectors, such as primary school education, the number of females outweigh the number of males, whereas in other sectors, such as finance, males strongly outweigh females.
Okay, awesome, Piyusha. One last question for you before you go. What do you expect to find from your extensive study?
Look, Ashley, this issue is one much larger than what one can find. We can find the more effective formula hopefully in Australia, but this may be different from one that you can find in America. Quotas, we do initially feel, are like a band-aid over a bullet wound, a quick fix to a much larger problem and not a permanent solution.
Okay, Piyusha, thank you for your time and for speaking to us. Good luck, and we are looking forward to seeing how you develop with your research. All the best.